Welcome back to the Shimpling Park Farm Diary. We had an incredibly busy week. This is the oat field that we planted right at the beginning of this lockdown diary, and it's very nearly ready to harvest. Okay, John's out here checking the barley.
Well, I've just tested this and it's about 13%. The head is sort of just drooping like that, but later on with this variety it necks, and it means the heads go much nearer the ground, so it's much more difficult for the cutter bar on the combine to get them, and we cut them off and lose them in the field.
We had a problem with our cutter bar, so while we were deciding on what replacement to have, we had another combine on trial, so we didn't lose any time with cutting the barley, just in case those heads snapped to the floor. I had a very strange request today from Peter that I get him some rapeseed oil.
Thank you very much.
What on earth do you want that for?
To oil the chains.
And it has to be rapeseed oil?
Yes, otherwise it gums up.
Okay. So are you steering it at all?
No, you just let it steer itself, so you can really concentrate on how the crop's feeding in, but also looking at the settings and making sure you're getting the best sample you can. And it goes down the same tracks every single time, so we don't compact the soil outside where we run our farm machinery. So that's showing we're on row 3.
What does that mean?
That means it's telling me that I'm at the end of the road to make sure I haven't fallen asleep. So that reads the protein and therefore the nitrogen content of the barley, because to make malted barley it has to be a certain spec. And when the grain tank is 70% full, it starts to flash to alert the trailer driver that I'm going to need to unload soon.
Tank is now emptying out up through the spout into the trailer. All the time the grain is still coming in off the field. And on we go.
Looking great.
John's come to assess whether we can fit everything in this bay. It's looking pretty full, which is a very nice problem to have. So we're moving grain store, which requires moving all the different vehicles and the combine and the testing machinery on a very, very hot, sunny Sunday. And a day later, the store looks like that. Huge amounts of rain, completely stopped play with combining, but it's given us an opportunity to put on the new cutter bar, which has arrived.
The crop falls onto the belt is rotating inwards, so it should be a nice even feed to the centre.
Got you.
And then there's another belt here that's going the other direction that feeds it to the auger and then into the combine.
We've had some really extreme wind and rain, which has not only flattened the crops, it's also even blown the oat seeds onto the ground, which has made it really urgent to get that crop in.
I've just filled in the engine hours. That was the start and that was the finish. So it took 2 hours to do this field.
How's that new cutter bar?
Excellent.
Is it?
It's really good.
While one team are out harvesting, Andrew's getting ready for the 2021 harvest. So he's turning this grass and clover field into something that can take a seed in this autumn, ready for next year's crop. So every day before Andrew starts, he has to check the oil, check the machine all the way over, and blow it down. Do you often have to top it up, Andrew?
Now and again, yeah.
Look right to you?
Water's okay.
So during harvest every year, we rent in this compressor. I've got some more of those on order, Andrew, but they're quite hard to come by at the moment.
I know.
So Andrew's now got to grease the machine up, which means putting oil onto all the working parts, so we don't have any breakages, hopefully. How many bearings are there you have to grease every day?
12.
And is every machine different?
Any machine, have different bearings, yeah.
So you're ready, Andrew. Is that your packed lunch?
My lunch, tea. Mind you, it was burger van yesterday.
Did you pop up to the burger van at lunchtime? Well, the rain's properly stopped play with the combining. So it's coming inside to have a bit of a clean, as you can see. It's been a while. Someone's bought a lovely new cultivator for us to play with. New toy? Another new toy. The lambs are being moved onto good fattening pasture as they're nearly big enough to leave the farm now. We also had a great time at the ram sale this week, but sadly there's no space on this week's farm diary, so I'll tell you about that next time. Fingers crossed we get some dry weather and we can get this combining finished.